I'm feeling high. I'm feeling
Today's topic is why I stop stripping. Everything I tell you guys on here is legit. Like, the things that happen in my life, I come to share with you. I think of this as a way of like therapy, like, you know, telling you guys some of my secrets. And some of you guys do comment down below and you do tell me. I really appreciate that. Like, you guys are awesome. So I was working at this club, right? And it was this girl named Cash. Now, it was my first day at the club, and that was like the first girl I met in the club. And we talked and everything, like everything was all good. So sometimes she would like leave all of a sudden, you know, just leave the club with this one dude. And I'm like, damn, like, where's she going? Where's she going? And I noticed, like, let me explain stripping a little bit more if you guys don't know about stripping. When you first get to the club, the first thing you do, if you're a stripper, you gotta have money. You gotta tip the DJ, you gotta tip the bar, and you gotta tip the manager. So altogether, I think it was like, I'm not sure how much money it was, but before you even start work, you gotta tip the house. So anyway, you know, my nights was good at the club, and sometime I work day shifts, like early in the morning, but mostly I work like at night. One day, she had this one customer, and it was like this older white guy, and he would never see no girls but her. But when he first saw me, he was like, he told me to come to his table. Okay, let me explain something else about dancing. At the club I was at, there were 3 different stages. The first stage is a catwalk. That's like the stage where you see the pole on. The second stage will have a pole too. And then there was a third stage with no pole. And then after that, you go to VIP. That's what you do all night. You just go to 3 different stages in VIP. Now, our VIPs was $20, like, for a VIP dance. Okay, the older white man called me over. And I noticed I look, cause like, you gotta like, I don't know, like, I looked over and I see Cash staring at me. She looking at me like, you know, she don't look happy. So the guy is tipping me 20s and 20s and 20s, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, normally I have 3 or 4 lap dances for one person, and then I go. and you know that'll be an end of it. Sometimes like it's ballers, like football players, stuff like that, then they have me all night. Like I'm the all night VIP girl. If it's like a baller in there, I'm sitting with the baller all night, just talking to them, cause that's mostly what you're doing when you dance. You become a psychiatrist. You know, you sit there and you just talk and listen to them talk about, you know, stuff in their life and what's going on or whatever. Stuff you really don't give a fuck about because, you know, you had way drunk most of the time. The guy was like tipping me and tipping me and tipping me. And then he was like, he wasn't talking to me. I'm like, why you not talking to me? So he told, finally at the end when like his money was starting to kind of like run out, he was like, he told me to come here. And I'm like down in his ear listening to see, you know, what this man got to say to me. Can he take his a little bit out? And I'm not going to even go into detail on that. I'm just going to leave that story alone. But that was one of her customers, and that's why I got into it. Well, we didn't get into it yet. At least I didn't know I was into it with her. So, one night, this guy that she always leave with, so I get to the club, like it's a Saturday night, and I'm leaving. And she calls me over to the Lamborghini. He had a green Lamborghini. I would never forget it. I goes over to the Lamborghini, right? I'm tired. I'm ready to go home. I'm like huffing and puffing. I'm like, I got my heels on my hands and I got I'm ready to go. But I'm like, dang. Cash was like, come get in the car. Come get in the car. Because my name used to be Passion. I don't know why I had that. I think my sister gave me that name. But that was my name. She was like, Passion, come with me tonight. And I'm like, what? Hold up. Where we finna go? You know, like, where we finna go? And I noticed something strange about her. She was moving fast, like, you know, just doing crackheaded stuff, like, just come on, go with me. Go $1,000. Just come on. I was like, but you know, I don't do all that extra stuff. I just dance. That's what I am, a dancer. I'm an exotic dancer. I was telling her this, and she was like, don't get in the car. So, oh boy, I looked over in the car. He had a stack about this big. And he looked up and he smiled at me. And I noticed it was just him. I'm like, okay, it's just him, me and her. So, like, whatever. So I get in the car. We go like to like a part of New York that's like very, we was in Manhattan. Matter of fact, we was in a city, and he had like this penthouse, and it was so, he had an elevator that goes straight to his apartment and let us out. We get out the elevator. I'm looking at his house like, wow. Like, I never in my life saw nothing like this. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to do nothing crazy. I'm good. I'm just going to, you know, dance. Like, you know. So we sitting there, and she had me a drink, and I'm drinking. And then, like, all of a sudden, nobody told me nobody else is coming. What's up? Who is this? And he was like, chill out. It's just my homeboy. I was like, your homeboy? He was like, yeah, it ain't nothing. I was like, okay. So, homeboy get out the elevator, walk in, come sit by me. And I'm like, okay. He passed me a drink. And at first, like, I was like, I shouldn't, you know, I don't know. I don't think I should be drinking, you know, from somebody I don't know. I don't drink and smoke after people. But I was like, I was already, like, feeling like, you know, like, I was feeling like, I don't know. I just took it. I wanted to get more drunker because I want the night to be over. I was like, yo, I ain't never done nothing like this before. So, I'm like, okay. So all of a sudden, I'm dancing. Everybody looking at me and they laughing. I'm like, why they laughing? But I asked them. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, just dancing. I'm like, it was like, and I started getting so hot. Like my body just water pouring out of my skin, just liquid everywhere. I'm just like, then I couldn't stop, and I'm just going. I just feel something get real. Like, I feel like a haze come over my head, and I'm like wobbling, and everything just started moving slow, and I'm like, I just passed out. Okay, so I wake up, I look around, I see Cash laying next to me sleep, and I'm like, okay. And I see the one guy, cause he had like one of these, he had like, it wasn't even a California size bed, it was like a big giant bed. I don't know where he got this bed in, but it was like, all of us was in a bed together. I look down, I'm like, where is my clothes at? And I feel my head, I'm like, oh, like my head is like pounding. I'm like, oh. So I get up and go to the bathroom, and I'm like, I look down and I'm like, something just didn't feel right. I was like, I know what it's like. I know. I ran back in the room. I woke them up. I was like, take me home, take me home. I was yelling. I got my clothes. I ran down, knocked on the neighbor door. I was like, they just did something to me. I don't know what they done to me. I don't know what they done to me. And the neighbor was telling me to calm down, calm down. And then the neighbor, it was like it was an older lady, and she took me home. So I get home. All I see is red. I'm so mad. Like, I look in my purse, it's almost like $5,000 in my purse, and I'm like, how did this get here? What did they do to me? Like, I had no idea what these people done to me. So I was waiting, like the next day, I couldn't wait. I came in on first shift, which is 11 to 7. And I was waiting on for Cash to come in the club, and she didn't show up. Because I was telling everybody what happened, except the manager. I was like, don't tell the manager, because he going to know it's finna be something. Because I was like, I'm finna beat her. Ooh. Everybody like, she ain't coming to work today. She ain't coming to work today. So the next day, I'm waiting. I go to work night shift. I'm like, yo, I know she gonna need some money. I know. And then people was telling me that she do cane and all kind of stuff. And I was like, what? Like, that's why the night in the car, that's why the night when she was in the car, she was all shaky and stuff like that. Like, you know, freaking out. Like, I was like, okay, all right. So, I see her coming in the club. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to wait for her to get in the club. I went to the door. I looked at her. She looked at me, and she know what was about to happen. Bam! I just started going, hitting her, fighting her. I got her by her wig. It came out because I was trying to drag her out the club because she was right at the club. Because if we fight in the club, it's an automatic termination. Like, we have to go. So I pulled the wig off, and she used to always wear this ponytail wig, and I pulled that thing off, and then I got her real ponytail, and I drug her all the way around the corner to the parking lot. I was like, I'm gonna dead you. I was like, yo, I was fuming. People was trying to get me off of her. They was holding me back, but it was like nothing. I'm talking about, it's big security guards trying to hold me back off her. They was trying to pull me. They could not get me. Because sometimes when you get so mad, when you get that mad, it's like you have like something just take over. It's like you got superpowers, because that's how I felt that day. And I was beating her, and I got the bottom of my heel. I had picked up like I don't know what it was, and I just bashed her in the eye. She had enough. They kept saying, Passion, stop. They gonna call the cops. Which I know they not gonna call the cops, because they don't call the cops on the girls, on the strippers, or nothing like that. So Rocky came outside. All the customers was outside. Like, the whole club was cleared out. And they looking, and I already can look at Rocky's eyes and know that I'm finna be fired. And I was like, Rocky, you ain't gotta say nothing to me like that. Like, don't say nothing to me, because I already know I'm fired. I'm finna go. I'm never coming back here no more. Like, it was It was messed up. After that day, I never saw Cash again. Never. If I would see her again, yo, if I saw her again, it'll still be the same thing. Like, I'll be ready to drop her for real. That's why I stopped. Like, after that day, I made up my mind. Like, she was an ops. You never know what you're dealing with. You think you got friends, but you really got ops. You gotta pay attention. People are grimy in this world. I'm telling you, they will take you, they will chew you up and spit you out. They don't care. You sitting around thinking about it's a glamorous life being a stripper. When you get older, you gonna be a stripper. And you know, they glamorize stripping, but I'm telling you, I went through so much, and after I got done, I didn't have nothing to show for it. The best thing you can do is try to go to school. Try to accomplish something. Try to, like, live your dreams out. It's not life. It's not living. You know, you think you just gonna be dancing, but you never know. You think you careful. I didn't even talk to nobody. I was always careful. So you thinking about, if you want to do anything, it's try to find something else to do. Cause for me, I don't think I would ever want to strip again. It takes, like, you for 8 hours, sometimes longer, you on your feet dancing. Like, I don't even to this day wear heels. Like, forget about it. Like, I wore tonight, you know, just to show you guys what I used to do or whatever. But I don't put heels on. I don't like going to clubs no more. Well, I do sometime, but it's like when I go in the club, it's like, dang. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. But yeah, you thinking about being an exotic dancer, it's other stuff to do. If you really want to dance, you can do ballet. There's like a B-girl, a B-boy. Like, you can do all kinds of stuff. But just don't think it's that easy just walking in a strip club. Because I got horror stories. This one was at my lowest, but it still was like stuff that happened in clubs that you mentally wouldn't be able to accept it. But I had to mentally accept what was going on around me. And, you know, I want to end this video right now. I just wanted you guys to know, you know, where I'm coming from. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. And my next video is coming soon.